It's easy to forget how precious life is until that moment when we're fighting to try and save it. I'm William Shatner. Tonight, true stories of men and women whose caring brings hope on Rescue911. We begin on January 27th, 1991, as Wayne Shoup was driving through the peaceful countryside near his home in Nazareth, Pennsylvania.
On this Sunday afternoon, Wayne had invited his friend Colleen Fry to join him for a ride in an antique carriage he had recently bought.
We have some beautiful trails and some beautiful roads in our area. It's away from traffic, aggravation. You get away from that when you're with horses.
Wayne had been training his horse Spider to pull a carriage for only a month. They turned off the highway onto a gravel road that led back toward Wayne's barn 4 miles away.
Spider was going along real fine. We were doing a nice road trot. What happened had nothing to do with Spider's attitude. It's a fight and flight animal, and they see everything as larger than life. We were coming to the edge of woods on my right-hand side. All of a sudden, there's a field and this bale of hay, and when I saw it, Spider started. So I'm assuming that he saw it basically at the same time I did. I thought the carriage was going to go over. I jumped out. The electric fence was there. When he hit the fence, he out and out spooked. And when a horse spooks, they run. When he touched the fence again, that frightened him further. He must have gone through the fence 3 different times. Every time Spider went into the fence, he got even more out of control. Wayne was half out of the carriage. I was scared to death. I figured sooner or later he was going to fall. I heard the initial crash of them going through the woods, then I heard nothing.
When we continue.
All his clothing had been torn off of his body and was wrapped around his throat.
When Wayne Shoup was thrown from the carriage he was driving, his friend Colleen Fry watched in horror as the horse dragged Wayne a 1/4 mile down the road and into the woods.
Wayne! Wayne, oh no! Oh no! Easy, Spider! Easy!
All his clothing had been torn off of his body and was wrapped around his throat.
Oh my God! Wayne!
I just ripped them off so he could breathe.
Oh my God! Easy, Spider! Don't move!
The foot was caught, but I could not get it out. He could not get air. He was having a very difficult time breathing. I also knew I could not unharness the horse myself in the state that the horse was in. And it was just a matter of time before Spider bolted, continued through this wooded area, and dragged Wayne to death.
David Cease and his family were up for a Sunday drive on a route they rarely ever traveled.
I thought perhaps that there was some kind of a gun accident or somebody with a gun after her.
What's wrong? What's wrong? My partner's trapped and he can't get out. Your partner what?
There's a lot of hunters in those woods. So I was cautious because I had my family with me in the car.
Please, yes, come on.
All right, they'll be facing right through.
Easy, girl.
When I first saw him, I thought that he was dead. He was gone. The scene was a mess. What do we do?
Hurry!
Oh my God. He was just pleading for help that instant.
Easy, boy. Easy, boy. That's it. Snyder. Easy.
Go back a little more. All right, I got three. Some way we had to get this carriage off the top of this guy.
Yeah,
move forward more. She got the horse moving somehow, and I tried to lift the wheel as much as I could. I could see that he was in extreme pain, resting on his forearms, because he said it felt better.
Easy, girl. Easy.
All right, buddy, just stay still, stay still. Why are you moving? So I'm very cold, and I covered him up the best that I could. Stay still. I could see that the back of his head was ripped apart pretty bad.
Worried about her husband, Debbie Cease drove down the road to see what was happening. She found a phone at the nearest house a mile down the road and called for help.
Hi, Bridge Communications.
Hi, I'm calling. You need an ambulance on Ware Road. There's looks like a horse-drawn carriage overturned, and there's a man pinned underneath it. We were just driving by.
Okay, what part of Laura?
The bottom part. I'm calling from Costin Bayers.
Okay, we'll send him right down.
Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.
Control Center to Bushkill Township Fire and Ambulance personnel respond. Horse-drawn carriage overturned, man pinned underneath.
Members of the Bushkill Township Volunteer Fire Company were paged, along with local police and medic units.
I want no sirens to be used in case the horse is still attached to that carriage.
First to arrive was EMT Richard Tobias, who happened to be on vacation in the area.
When I got down to the bottom, he was hunched over, but I didn't want to move him at all. I just wanted to leave him where he was until we could better ascertain what was wrong with him.
Can you tell me what day it is?
He was bleeding pretty badly from his head down to his waist that I could see.
All right. Wayne, I got bandages on your head here because you're bleeding, okay?
What do you got? Since he had pain in his chest and his stomach, he might have a punctured lung due to a broken rib. The horse was getting pretty upset because a lot of people were coming and they were starting to shout. So I went back, slapped the horse on the side, and told it to go, and pointed where I wanted it to go, and it just took off.
Within 10 minutes, an ambulance got to the scene.
I knew he took down several trees with his body because he was hanging out of the carriage when they hit the woods.
Spider had managed to escape the incident with only minor cuts, but Wayne needed to get to the hospital as soon as possible.
I had the amount of breathers set up, 15 liters.
EMT Jennifer Werkheiser helped package him for transport.
In order to immobilize him, we put him on a backboard in a standing position. That's when we first saw the depression on his right chest.
Okay, John.
He was getting combative, and he was getting really anxious.
Get that thing out of here.
All right, put that next to your face, okay?
A lot of people make the mistake of saying, oh, well, he's fighting with us because he doesn't want us to help him. But usually that's the signal for some serious underlying injury.
He had severe trauma to the head, and they thought perhaps that he was out of his mind, and that's why he was reacting and acting the way he did. I personally wasn't too concerned about that because I know Wayne's personality and he can be that way.
Wayne Shoup suffered a collapsed lung, 3 broken ribs, a cracked sternum, dislocated shoulder, and a multiple fractured leg. 3 months later, he's still in physical therapy, but he refuses to let it stop him from doing what he loves to do.
When that horse was running down the road at about 30 miles an hour, and I was holding on to the shafts in the rain, and my legs were pinned under, and the other one was in the wheel, the only chance of survival that I felt was put him in the woods. Otherwise, I'm going to die.
Spider is still his favorite horse.
The happiest moment was when Wayne got out of his truck after he was out of the hospital and went back to the barn and said, "Hey, Spider, how you doing?"
Yo, think he's out here, man? That's my horse, my animal, his pal, friend, good buddy.
He loves that horse, and he knows as a horseman that what happened had nothing to do with Spider's attitude. It was just a situation, a bad situation, that fortunately he lived through this time.
And accidents happen. I will definitely get back in a carriage with Spider driving down the road. I have no fear of that. People ride horses, fall off, they get back on again and ride.